Hi, and welcome to week 2 of Winter's Yoga, in particular for my Winter's Yogi friends, but hopefully you share the video with someone else too so that they can do an at-home yoga practice. So remember, my goal is not to make something difficult. The goal is to be able to do a short practice at home, anywhere, anytime. So you have no excuse for not doing this every day. So my recommendation might be to do last week's sequence first before you do this sequence. Although if you really like this one, you can go right into this one also. So if you add to it, obviously it's going to make it a little bit longer. Last week we focused a little bit on upper body and core strength, and we just used the kitchen countertop. It was so easy. Today I'm out in front of my front door, and it's a beautiful day. But you can do this anywhere, right? I have a yoga mat, but you don't need one because we're going to stay in a standing position. Okay, here we go. So, as long as you have this much space, you are good to go. You're going to place your feet about hip distance apart, so that's your hip bones, not out here, right? And we're just going to do a flowing chair. So we're starting with the hands down, pulling through your core. You're going to shift your hips back and keep your chest facing forward. Yes, so we don't want our hips forward, we want our hips back and the weight on our heels. So you're going to take your inhale as the hands come up, exhale, hands come down and forward, and that's when your hips shift back. Some of you are going to start with a little bend in the knees, and I'd recommend starting with a little bend in the knees, and then as you start to warm up, you can get a little bit lower, and you're going to keep going with this until you feel heat through your legs. So some of you are going to have to go longer in order to feel that heat, and I'm still pulling in through the core here. Just make sure you don't get your hips down below knee level. All right, so you've done as many of these as you need to get your legs warm. Followed here with a half of a sun salute. So that's abs in, reach on the inhale. Exhale, forward bend. So you can bend your knees a little bit here. If you're okay with knees straight, then you go ahead and do that. Come all the way down. Come up till, we call this a half bend, but it really has more to do with you straightening your back. Straighten your back, look forward. If you need to bend your knees in order to get your back straight, then that's what you do. Yes, so there's our inhale, the half bend. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, we're coming up through half bend and all the way back to mountain. And again, there's inhale, exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, forward bend. And inhale, we're coming up. Mountain. So I'm going to do about 4 of these. And that's my recommendation. But you're going to do however much you have time for. So do not be constrained by how many you need to do. If you only have time for 1 of these, then do 1. Next thing we're going to do is take a squat. You can bring your hands down to either blocks, right, or down to your fingertips. I'm going to take the left foot back and set my knee down. Okay, so that tells you the distance you should be from your heel to your knee, because I have the forward knee right over my forward ankle. Yes, so you take an inhale here, exhale, you're going to shift back, and you can drop your head if you'd like to. So you're going to do as many of these as you can until your legs start to heat up. So it's inhale, look forward. Exhale, push the hips back and down. It doesn't really matter how far you push your hips back. As long as you're getting motion, it's nice and smooth, you feel good about it. I'm going to switch here. You'll switch sides. Same thing on this side. to take my inhale as I bend that forward knee, and then remember exhale as you come down. Sometimes I like to drop my head. You could pick your own pace here. I don't always go with the flow of my breath. I just pick something that feels good for me, and I keep my breath flowing. We always want to pay attention to our breath and make sure it's going nice and smooth. I'm going to switch out here. Left foot goes back. I'll touch that knee down to get the distance between my forward heel and my back knee. Then I'm going to pick up that back knee and straighten out the leg. Give it a good squeeze. Right hand's going to come up and the left hand's down. So I'm reaching my right fingers and my left heel away from each other. And I'm only looking forward because I'm on the camera here. But you're actually going to have the back of your head follow the same line as the rest of your back. Hold that for about 5 breaths, so maybe 10, 5 to 10. Switch sides. Here I'm going to take my right hand down, left hand forward. I pick up that back knee, give that back leg a good squeeze. Left fingers are pulling away from my right heel. And you hold that for about 5 to 10 breaths. So you want to make it challenging for yourself. Feet come forward. I'm going to take left foot back. And I'm going to place my back heel down with the toes leaning slightly out. Not all the way out, just slightly. For example, my left toes are in the 10 o'clock position right now. Push your feet down and away from each other. Hands are going to come forward. You can put your hands together if you like, or hold like you're holding a small ball in front. Squeeze your back leg straight, hands come up. Only as far as you can keep your arms straight. So we're not going to bend the arms. They're straight. If you can get here with straight arms, good. If you can take them up a little bit more, great. They stay straight though. You only take them up enough so you can keep your arms straight. This is Warrior 1, and you'll hold that for about 5 breaths. Make your transition nice and smooth. I like to come back down, but you don't have to do that. You can just switch feet. Right foot comes back as far as you can, keeping that back heel down. Right toes are now leaning out about 1 or 2 o'clock position. Forward knees bent, back legs squeezing. Hands come forward like you're lifting a ball. Straight arms, and we're going to hold our Warrior 1. Take a deep breath. Those hands float down. Feet come forward. I'm going to take my feet about hip distance apart at this point. Take a deep breath in half bend, and we're going to take forward bend, and we're going to hold it. So you just slide your hands down your legs, let your head dip down, pull your shoulders up and away from the floor, and you're going to hold this for about 5 breaths. Bend your knees. You're coming back up. Look forward as you come through half bend. Those hands come back and then up. Take a little gaze upwards. Pull in through your core. Let your hands float down. And you're back to mountain. And before you end your sequence here, you might want to just hold for a few breaths. Pull in through the core. Feel your breath. Hear the sounds around you. And if you're outside like I am right now, I can feel the breeze too. All right, I hope this helps you out. Not hard, right? Do it every day this week and let me know how it went. See if you can do it every day. That's the whole goal. Stay well, stay safe.